everyone. So, episode 6 of The Boys season 5 doesn't just escalate the chaos, it sneaks in a clever and slightly disturbing homage to a modern horror classic. If you remember the build up from last season, Ashley Barrett took Compound 5 and began transforming into something very unusual. Season 5 finally reveals what that means. Her power isn't strength or speed, but a psychic tumor growing at the back of her head. And in this episode, that tumor doesn't just exist, it takes control. After a tense interaction with sister Sage, Ashley is knocked unconscious, leaving the tumor to take over her body completely. What follows is one of the weirdest and most unsettling sequences in the show so far. But if it felt familiar, that's because it is. The entire concept is a direct nod to the 2021 horror film Malignant. In that movie, the main character shares her body with a parasitic twin named Gabrielle, who lives at the back of her head and can take control when she is unconscious. When that happens, her body moves in unnatural, almost reverse ways, creating a creepy, disjointed fighting style that became one of the film's most iconic elements. And the boys clearly take inspiration from that. When Ashley's humor takes over, her body starts moving in that same awkward, unnatural fashion. It's not smooth or controlled, it's clumsy, almost comedic at times, which fits perfectly with the show's tone. Instead of going full horror, the boys blends the concept with its signature dark humor. So while Malignant plays the idea straight as body horror, the boys turn it into something more disturbing and oddly funny. And that's what makes the homage work. It's not just copying the concept, it's adapting it to fit the show's identity. The scene acknowledges the horror roots but doesn't lose sight of what the boys does best, taking extreme ideas and pushing them into absurd territory. At the same time, it adds a new layer to Ashley as a character. She's no longer just the anxious, constantly panicking executive we have known. Now she's literally sharing her body with something unpredictable, something that might be smarter, more ruthless, and far less restrained. That opens up a lot of possibilities moving forward, because unlike a typical power upgrade, this isn't something she fully controls. It's a partnership, or maybe even a takeover waiting to happen. And knowing the boys, that's probably going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Either way, it's a perfect example of how the show continues to blend genres, superhero chaos, political satire, and now full on horror all in one scene. Thank you for watching. Bye.